Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you aren't already to join the family. I do post every single Tuesday and Thursday. First things first, raise your hand if you've ever struggled or still struggle with body odor, and raise your other hand if you struggle with sweating, because this girl knows that struggle, and now that the warmer weather is approaching us, this is when we have to deal a lot more with body odor and sweating. And I've had to try a lot of things throughout the years to help me when it comes to these two departments. And during the summertime, I used to be really self-conscious. I definitely struggle with sweating a lot as well and getting like sweat marks. And I always used to feel like I couldn't wear light colors, or I had to always keep my arms down because I was scared there would be sweating marks. If anyone's with me, help your girl out by commenting down below. But I wanted to share with you my tips and tricks that help to get rid of BO, especially underneath the underarms, and as well as sweating underneath the underarms. So if you guys enjoy this video, if it's useful, thumbs it up. It really helps me out. And let's just get right into it. The first thing I wanted to say is sweat on its own doesn't necessarily smell. It's when your sweat interacts with the bacteria on your skin that leads to BO, which we all just want to avoid. So a few of my first tips are going to be how to get rid of body odor, and then some of them are more directed towards how to avoid sweating and get rid of that sweat if you do struggle like I do. So the first thing has to target body odor, and that is to apply glycolic acid underneath your underarms after you shower, or you could just use this throughout your week. I love the Ordinary glycolic acid. It's super affordable, it's super effective, so I will link it down below as well as any other product I mention. But trust me, if you struggle with BO, you need to add glycolic acid into your routine. Glycolic acid is amazing because it's an AHA, which is derived from sugarcane, and it works as a chemical exfoliant that really will get rid of dead skin cells and brighten the complexion. So if you also are just kind of insecure during the summertime, or you always wanted to lighten up your underarms, this is also something that's going to help with discoloration underneath there and just give a more brighter appearance. So that is also a plus when it comes to incorporating glycolic acid into your underarm routine. Glycolic acid can be used to help with body odor. It really helps to keep odor at bay by reducing the pH of the skin, making it harder for the odor causing bacteria to survive. This tip doesn't necessarily help reduce sweating. There's nothing that's going to help with that, but it definitely will mask that body odor and help get rid of it. So I totally recommend incorporating this, especially during the summertime. And I always just use a cotton pad and apply it underneath my underarms. And you definitely don't want to use this when you just freshly shave, because it is an AHA. I just don't want it to burn or anything like that. So I always like to do it when I didn't just shave. And that brings me to another thing that's going to help mask body odor that's also kind of like an at-home remedy, and that is applying apple cider vinegar to your underarms as much as twice a day. This is another great product to use to help get rid of BO. Apple cider vinegar is naturally acidic and has antimicrobial properties. Really great at helping with BO because it neutralizes the environment in your underarm area and it destroys that smelly bacteria. Using apple cider vinegar regularly can really help prevent bacteria from accumulating into your underarms. So with the same thing that I did with the glycolic acid, I would do with the apple cider vinegar, where I just put it in a little bowl and use a cotton pad, dip it in, and then apply it to my underarms. This is also another thing that I do not want to use right after shaving, just because it is acidic. So you don't want anything to burn or anything like that. So don't use any of these two products when you like freshly shaved or something like that. So those are two products that really are going to make such a big difference if you struggle with BO underneath your underarms. Now moving on to other tips that are also help with body odor, but are going to help with sweating and preventing sweating and making it less. And the first thing is just changing up your hygiene routine. This is something that you want to definitely look at if you struggle with both body odor and sweating. You want to make sure that you are looking at your hygiene routine, because there's a few things that you can switch up or do differently when when it comes to your hygiene routine. The first one being is to wash your clothes more regularly. So you definitely don't want to wear a clothing piece or a t-shirt or tank top and let's say do a workout or you had a really active day where you were sweating all day. You do not want to wear that clothing again. You want to make sure that you are regularly cleaning your clothes, and when you have sweaty clothes, try to clean them right away and not have it sit there. Letting sweat sit in your clothes creates a breeding ground for sweat causing bacteria. So it's important that you are washing your t-shirts and tank tops and clothing regularly to help with this problem. And this leads me to my second tip when it comes to your hygiene routine, and that is to make sure that you are keeping your underarm hair trimmed or shaved completely. I like to really keep up with this area and shave it. I find this helps the best when it comes to odor and sweating. When I have my underarms shaved always and kept up with, I find that I have less noticeable sweat, and I also have less of a struggle with body odor. And that is because underarm hair can really trap moisture and create a perfect environment for bacteria to breed. So by making sure that you keep up with your underarm area, you are really gonna help keep body odor under control and also control with sweating and make it less noticeable. I did do a shaving routine recently, so I will link that up above and have down below for you guys if you want to check that out and see everything and all the products that I use. And the last thing that you could do in your hygiene routine to switch it up to make sure that you target these two struggles is to shower more frequently. It's important that you are keeping up with your hygiene routine and you're taking a shower on the daily. It will make such a big difference for sweating and BO because infrequent shower can really cause your bacteria to build up. You want to make sure that you scrub your extra sweaty areas with a scent-free antibacterial bath soap and stay away from those strongly scented soaps. You may think that it's working in the moment and it just smells really good, so it's going to help with BO, but a lot of those times those products end up making it a lot worse and your body odor a lot worse. So it's important that you are going for a scent-free antibacterial soap. That's all you really need. You don't have to use all these different types of scents, floral scents, fruity scents, because in the long run, it's just going to make your armpits smell worse. And my last tip, which is my biggest tip if you struggle with sweating, and that is using an antiperspirant deodorant. So deodorant is really great at helping mask body odor because it has a fragrance to it. There's always a scent to it. So that's going to help with body odor, but a lot of normal deodorants don't help with the sweating problem. It will just help with BO. And if you struggle with sweating profusely or you just always have sweat marks underneath your t-shirt or your tank tops, you want to go for an antiperspirant deodorant because these deodorants are designed to help to stop your body from sweating, and it really helps target that problem, and it also does mask the body odor smell. So I personally love the Gillette antiperspirant deodorant. I've used this on and off for years, and I will link it down below. It is a male deodorant, but to be completely honest, I find they work the best. I have gotten my best friends onto this trend like years and years ago where they still use a male deodorant to this day just because they find now it works the best for them and they've kind of never switched back. And I love the scent of this one. It's really cooling and just a nice scent to mask the body odor, but it also helps with my sweating because it is an antiperspirant. So you want to make sure that you incorporate that into your routine if you find yourself sweating a lot and having those underarm sweat stains. Those are all my tips and tricks for this summer for you to try out to help with body odor and sweating profusely and just sweat stains. I hope it was useful. I know these are all things that I personally use, so I hope they help you. Don't forget to thumbs it up. It really helps me out. I will link everything I did mention in the description box for you guys, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. I do post on my channel every single Tuesday and Thursday. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!